And I see folks that are doing videos and are recording themselves actually entering in the trades on the paper trading application on TradingView, which is great. But they're using leverage that everybody knows that they are not really in a position to afford. So I know it feels cool, it feels flashy, and it might feel like you're playing a video game. I don't want you to have that mindset. I want you to think about how you can make this as boring as possible. Because if you make it boring, you won't be a victim of your emotions. It'll be just like you go to work. I'm not saying you love going to your job, but doing those things that you go to work to do yields you what? That paycheck at the end of the week. That's your minimum expectation. Get to work and do what's expected of you. Anything above that, then obviously it's up to your manager to decide whether or not it's warranted to receive anything more than your standard pay. But you need to treat this just like that. It's a business. So when you're doing your executions, don't be influenced by trolls or hecklers in the comment section saying, oh, well, you're doing micro lots, 1 micro lot. It's not about that size of leverage. It's about you finding the consistency of getting in, knowing what you're looking for in terms of managing the risk, in terms of the points or pips, not the money. Not the money. The money is a derivative of doing the right things. In the beginning, you need to focus on doing the right things. The logic needs to be there, not the reaction emotionally and psychologically to fake demo money. Don't do that. You're actually causing yourself barriers. It really is creating a barrier for you to find success if you do those things. It feels cool. It feels fun. Like, yeah, if I would have been a real trade, I could have made this much money. But you didn't. So let that be the reality. You didn't. So you're really tricking and conditioning yourself improperly, which is the opposite of what I teach my students with backtesting. Whereas I teach my students, when they do their backtesting, in their annotations, they write in there as if they saw the trade happening beforehand. And by doing that, it's like self-talk. You're speaking to your subconscious, and your subconscious is going to refer back to that as a false memory. Because it's a positive reinforcement, it teaches you, because of pattern recognition and over again being exposed to the same elements, and you're reinforcing yourself with your own comments and your own cheerleading. You're fortifying your expectations going forward on this pattern yielding something in the past. Not that it's going to absolutely work in the future all the time, but we as price action traders, we look for signatures that repeat. Nothing is guaranteed that it's going to repeat. That's why we have to have stop loss. That way we know that there's risk in this market. Every market in trading has risk. But if you're going to hone an edge or a model, you need to have a framework. And you start by backtesting. That backtesting, in your annotations, you talk about how it feels good to see this move deliver as I was expecting from this fair value gap up to this spot sell liquidity pool during the hours of this, and this is what my model suggests I should be looking for each day. Notice I didn't say, I was stupid, I was playing video games and I was watching some YouTuber talking about some nonsense and I missed the trade setup. I should have known better. Never do that kind of stuff. Not in your backtesting, not in anything that you're recording in your journal. Everything has to be positive. You're sugarcoating everything in your backtesting. You're tricking your brain to see that as experience. So that way when you see it forming live, you're not going to be in fear and trepidation of, oh, it's going to be a painful experience. And again, when right now, you don't have that experience yet, but because you keep logging it with backtesting, you're filling your brain up with a lot of pseudo memories. So you're doing the ideal utilization of a lie. This is called what it is. You're lying to yourself, and trolls will love this. You're lying to yourself with positive reinforcement. Okay? So that way when you look at something forming in real time, it will be remembered and you won't have any negative triggering because of toxic annotations or toxic thinking. You'll have memories of, oh yeah, I remember seeing that, and your subconscious, you may not see it or understand it or feel it when you're doing it, but your subconscious reverts back to those experiences that you've logged with positive reinforcement.